pounds, 355 kilos on the bar. Setup is everything. Let's go, man. Nice and deep. Very strong lift. Leg is safe. It is good. 815.7 pounds. Absolutely capable of smashing this. Gotta get right, set up, get tight. Let's go, man. Up next we have Rob Phillips, and then we begin our third attempt in the second flight. Nice strong walkout. Okay. Set up, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Get behind it here. Come on. Came up with it. Judges say lift is good. Lift is good. Deep breaths, easy lift. Put together a huge show today. Judges say 3 wide rights. Let's go, Kevin.
Yes! Come on!
Go, man. 2-1. putting up huge numbers as a 242 lifter. Let's go, man. Set the pace. Set the tone. Up. Nice. This is good.
Everyone, Kevin Oak here, still out in Mountain View, California. Just wrapped up a bunch of client programs finally. I'm sorry to everyone that I was a little late. It's just how it gets on meet weekends. But I think I got everybody's stuff out, so I can finally sit down and make this video. Just want to go over the meet, how it felt. Where should we start? I guess I should start with the weight cut. So this time I was cutting from about 262 down to 242, which isn't a bad cut. Percentage wise, it's probably a little less than I normally do, so didn't feel that bad. Went through my process as per usual. I started water loading Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I did 2 gallons of water. This is for a Friday weigh-in. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I did 2 gallons of water each. Wednesday was the day I was flying. I also did about, I think I actually did closer to 3 gallons on Wednesday. Usually what I do is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I do 2 gallons of water. Wednesday, the day I'm cutting off water, I just drink as much water as I humanly can. Basically what you're doing is you're tricking your body into thinking that more water is coming. If your body thinks that more water is coming, there's certain chemicals that it releases that force your body to flush the water out. So the last day, you want to trick your body into thinking as much water as possible is coming, and then you just cut it off and your body flushes all of the water out. So I was drinking, basically my process is, weigh-ins were Friday morning at 9 a.m. I had my last meal, I want to say at 4 p.m. on Wednesday night. I took magnesium citrate, which is pretty much gonna make you poop. It clears your system out. I took that around 6:30 p.m. and I cut water off around the same time. So from about 6:30 p.m. until 9 a.m. Friday morning, I had no water, no food, etc. At the end of water loading, I was right around 270. Like I said, I started at 262. Obviously when you're water loading, you're drinking so much, your body starts keeping the water. Even though it's flushing it out, you still go up in weight first before you come down in weight. So I started at 262. The highest I got up to was probably around 270. I cut water off at 6:30 p.m. Wednesday night. By around, I want to say 4 p.m. Thursday, I was down to around, I think it was like 252-ish, 251. So that's without drinking for almost a day, no food. After the magnesium citrate, my body was like dried out. So at that time, I had to go to the sauna. So by the time I got to the sauna, I know I was right around 251. The goal is just to get under 243, because I think I had to weigh in at like 242 and a half or something, 110 kgs ends up being. So got to the sauna, had about 8 pounds to sweat out. Cool. Did that. I forgot how many sessions it took. I want to say about 6. The first session I know was 10 minutes. Second session was 12 minutes. And I was taking like 10 minutes in between. Third session was 13 minutes. And then I went back to, now I was just doing 10-minute sessions. I want to say it was 5 or 6 sessions it took. As the sessions go on, you usually have to take more break in between, because it's harder to get your body temperature back down and to get your heart rate back down. Typically, you want your heart rate to get back to normal before you go back into the sauna, or else it just gets too hard and you can't breathe. You can't stay in the full amount of time. What you want to focus on is being able to stay in the sauna as long as possible, because that's when you're actually losing weight. So I think it was like 5 or 6 hours or so I was there. Got down to right around 243, so I was a little overweight still the night before, which was fine. I knew I would just lose a little more before weigh-ins. The day of weigh-ins, I woke up, I just took a hot shower just to sweat out a little more. Got to weigh-ins, weighed in like normal, was underweight, everything was cool, fine. Then rehydrated, did like the IV like I normally do. I think within like 4 or 5 hours of like the IV, eating, drinking, everything. I was already back up to around 262, the starting weight. So everything was fine. I felt fine. Like I didn't feel sick or anything like I have in the past. Everything went smooth with the weight cut and rehydration. Cool. Day of the meet, everything was fine pretty much. Was trying to just warm up. Like I knew it was gonna be quick flights, which is like, that's just life. That's just how a meet can go. My squat flight was probably kind of fast, it felt like, but that's just, it is what it is. That's something I should have prepared for. Pretty much the way I've been training, I was just taking too long during my workouts, because I guess I have that luxury, you could say, or I was taking that liberty. It's just a stupid mistake, which pretty much ended up costing me. Such is life. But I ended up, how'd squats go? Open 783, hit it. It was kind of a grinder because I ended up skipping my last warm-up just because of like timing or whatever. But hit the opener, went 815 on the second, which was the original plan. Hit it really slow. It was like an absolute grinder. I knew I was smoked, so I didn't go for the third. I thought it would just increase the chance of injury for no reason when it was highly unlikely I would hit it. So didn't get the world record like I wanted, but still at 815. It was only 15 pounds off of what I was going to go with anyway, so it wasn't a complete kill to the total. Fine. Going on to bench. The original plan for bench was to go 5-on-1, 529, 540, or 545. Hit the opener. It moved really easy. Went 529 the second attempt. It also moved pretty easy. I feel like it got a little weird towards the top, but it moved really fast. I was like, cool, let's go for 551. I knew the strength was there for it, but I knew I would have to hit it perfectly to get it, right? So I'm like, fine, let me take the challenge and try to hit it perfectly. Went for the 551. It moved really fast off the chest, which was awesome. I've never even touched 551 before. Heaviest I've touched was 540. Pretty much all of my bench PRs have come this training cycle. Before this training cycle, the most I ever even did in training was like 512. Most I did in competition was 518. So my bench was up a lot. Went for the 551. It moved really fast off the chest. Going into lockout, my left arm just dipped a little. I think like something in my back cramp basically. So my arm dipped a little. And I had, what's it called? I had downward motion before lockout, so I got red lighted for that, which sucks. That's just how it goes. But yeah, I was really happy that I locked it out. Honestly, that was like, it just felt really good because my bench went down for so long when I was doing low bar. I didn't hit a competition bench PR in like a year and a half. Since literally January of 2016, that was the last time I hit a competition bench PR, which was only 518. So the 529 beat that by 10 pounds off the bat, and the 551 would have beat it by 30 pounds. So I was actually pretty happy with bench. Obviously, I wish I got it. Didn't get it, but I was very happy I locked it out. All right, on to deadlifts. Deadlifts, I was having like a glute cramping issue again, which is fucking annoying. But I was also just, I could tell my legs were smoked from squats. It was what it was, which was another reason why I was trying to go so hard on bench press. But open 750, which was the original plan. Hit the 750 like smooth but slow, and I was kind of like, fuck. So after that, I skipped the second so I would have more time for the third attempt. And the original plan was to go 804 for the second attempt, but I knew it wasn't there. Like my legs just weren't, my legs were smoked. My glutes weren't cramping too bad, but they were cramping enough that I knew I couldn't like push as hard into the ground basically, or else they would just like cramp right up. So went 771 in the second. I forgot if it even moved off the ground. It might have moved like an inch or two, but it just wasn't there. I was just smoked. Kind of sucks. So total 2094, which is 6 pounds under my previous PR total, or my PR total. So obviously that's not what I was there for. The goal total for me was 2150 to 2200. So I was way below the goal total. I only went, what, 5 for 9, or I only took 7 attempts, so 5 for 7. Obviously I'm not happy with the total, but overall it's kind of, this year kind of ended up just being a building year. I mean, last year I totaled 2101 in sleeves and 2151, I think, in knee wraps. And that kind of ended me at 220. So this year was kind of like just trying to build really hard to get to the next level. I've just been trying to like get stronger. I put on like 25 pounds of body weight. So this year has kind of just turned into a building year. I'm trying to like build to that next level of strength. It's like I haven't really been trying to get like a 20-pound total PR or something like that. It's like I'm trying to get that next like 150 pounds on my total. So it's been a little rough. I've definitely gotten stronger. Obviously, you can see from my training numbers. They don't lie. They're not like fake numbers or something. So it just hasn't shown up on the platform this year, which obviously I've made some small errors and I have to sharpen up with what I'm doing on the actual platform. I have to figure out how to be able to transfer those numbers from training to the platform again. But it's kind of got to take it on the chin. Like I said, it's just been a building year. I still think there's some great numbers to be had. In terms of the future, right now the plan is in November, I'm probably just going to do a local meet where I squat in knee wraps because I really want to get a 900 squat this year in knee wraps. I don't want to wait till the US Open for that. And also I want to do bench again. So I want to see if I can hit like somewhere in that 550 to 570 area this year. So I'm probably going to do a local meet, just do squat and bench. I'm not going to deadlift again this year because I can tell my deadlift needs a lot of work right now. And there's really no, like, I don't want to just go back and try to like re-peak it in like 10 weeks. There'd just be no point. Like maybe I'll pull like low 800s or something. Maybe I won't, but it's just, there's no reason to go and re-peak it for not that much of a gain on it. It would just be kind of a waste of time. I know it just needs a lot more work than that. Whereas with squats right now, I feel like I could put on knee wraps and re-peak and still go for 900. Same thing with bench. I know like right now I can get back and re-peak it and just build like a couple more pounds on it real quick to try to just get that 550, 560. But with deadlift, I can tell it needs a lot more work than that. So there's really no reason for me to try to re-peak my deadlift right now. I really need to go back to the drawing board. I need to get back in sumo. I need to go through like a really nice long sumo phase before even thinking about getting back into conventional. There's just a lot of stuff I need to work on. I need to work on my hip mobility with it. I need to work on my lower back strength. There's stuff with just my pelvic tilt I need to work on a lot with it. So deadlift is going to have a much longer time horizon for it. So yeah, I'm going to do the meet in November. More than, like, it's not positive right now, but more than likely I'm going to do it. And then the next full meet won't be until the US Open in April. So that's the plan right now. I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Yeah, until next time.